Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be taking a brief look at an article that was written by Matt Bowen of ESPN. He paired up each of the top 50 free agents, according to ESPN, with what he felt was the best team fit. Good example, Chris Godwin is the fifth best free agent available, according to ESPN. Bowen said the best team fit was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it's stuff like that, right? DJ Reed got paired up with the Patriots and things along those lines. But going all the way down to number 25 was a pretty interesting name, or 24, I guess I should say, is the player. And he got paired up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well. This video is sponsored by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, by the way. More on them in a little bit. The player was Rasul Douglas, cornerback for formerly the Buffalo Bills, now going into free agency. Here is the blurb that Bowen wrote. Signing a cornerback should be an offseason priority for a Bucs defense that allowed 243.9 passing yards per game last season, the 29th most in the league. Douglas is a physical corner with the length to reroute underneath in zone and attack the ball from the outside third of the field. As such, Douglas fits well in Todd Bowles' system. Tampa Bay played zone coverage on 71.7% of opponent dropbacks in 2024. Firstly, I do want to say, talking about the fit of Rasul Douglas in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if they do move on from Jamel Dean, we don't know yet, that may very well be the case. Yes, the Bucs will need another outside caliber starting cornerback. Okay, that's just an outside starting caliber cornerback, right? And Douglas would fit that mold. He's started for multiple teams throughout his career: the Green Bay Packers, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Buffalo Bills most recently. So in terms of needing an outside cornerback and Rasul Douglas being a potential fit for that, yes, that does make sense. I do also agree with Bowen where, yes, the Buccaneers do play a lot of zone, whether or not you love it or you hate it. That's what the Buccaneers do. And if Douglas is a very good zone cornerback, like what Bowen is saying, then yes, he would very well be a good fit for what Todd Bowles likes to do. He's also got the big physical size as well. According to Pro Football Reference, he's 6'2", 209 pounds. The Buccaneers like having bigger outside cornerbacks. We've seen it with Jamel Dean. We've seen it with Zon McCollum. We have seen it with Carlton Davis. That's what they want out of their outside perimeter cornerbacks, is bigger, more physical types of cornerbacks, and Douglas certainly fits that bill as well. But before I talk more about Douglas, I do want to say real quick, thank you so much to the sponsor of this video, BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. Guys, if you use the promo code YouTube150, whenever you check out, you will get a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, a 125% bonus on your next two deposits. All of that is up to $2,000. Again, when you use the promo code YouTube150. Thank you so much to BetUS Sportsbook and Casino for being the proud sponsor of this channel. Now, back to Douglas, okay? Yes, in terms of schematics and in terms of what the Buccaneers look for, Douglas, in theory, is a good fit, okay? But how has Douglas been throughout his career? Well, he is a Super Bowl champion. He did win the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles back at the beginning of Douglas's career. I believe it was either 2017 or 2018. Can't remember off the top of my head. They did beat the Patriots that year, which is important to note. But Douglas spent a couple of years with the Philadelphia Eagles. He was a former third-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft. He then would go on to join the Carolina Panthers, then the Green Bay Packers, and then the Buffalo Bills. This past season, Rasul Douglas was not very great, all things considered, okay? He had a overall grade of 59.2, according to Pro Football Focus. That was 132nd out of 223 corners. A coverage grade of 58.9, which was 127th out of 223 corners, and a run defense grade of 61.0, which was 111th out of 223 corners. So very much average, middle of the pack on all of those metrics, right? So whenever you take a look at that, you may say, well, okay, the Buccaneers need a quality starting cornerback, right? At that point, why not just keep Jamel Dean, right? That is a reasonable opinion, right? I would argue that Douglas has been healthier throughout his career. He's played in 120 games, started 80. The past few seasons, he played in 12 games, started 9 in 2021, played in 17 games, started 12 in 2022, played in 16 games, started 15 games in 2023, played in 15 games, started 15 games in 2024. In the case of Jamel Dean, before I dive into more specifics, um, 12 games played, 12 games started in 2024. 13 games started, 13 games played in 2023. So he has had a bit more of some injury concerns the past couple of years. Rasul Douglas has played just a few more games than him. But what is interesting to me is one, I think Rasul Douglas hopefully would cost cheaper than what what the Buccaneers may be paying for Jamel Dean. That is obviously maybe a wait and see type of moment. But whenever you take a look back at the grades of previous years, like 2023, Douglas was great. I mean, he was a top tier starting cornerback, an 82.2 overall grade in 2023. That was 11th out of 229 corners, a coverage grade of 84.4. That was elite. That was 8th out of 229 corners, and a run defense grade of 72.7. That was 40th out of 229 corners. You take a look at 2022, overall grade of 71.1. That was 42nd out of 236 corners. A coverage grade of 71.5. That was 41st out of 236 corners, and a run defense grade of 71.5. That was 47th out of 236 corners. Finally, in 2021, overall grade of 74.8, 28th out of 238 corners, and a coverage grade near elite of 78.0. That was 18th out of 238 corners. So what you're looking for if you are trying to sign Rasul Douglas is, can he get back to that form? Right? Another thing he does have over Jamel Dean is this dude's been an interception machine. From 2021 to 2023, 45 games played, 36 games started, 14 interceptions from 2021 to 2023. That's an average of 5 interceptions per 17 games. Okay, 3 of those interceptions were returned for touchdowns, 40 passes deflected. I want to take a look real quick at Jamel Dean from 2021 to 2023, folks. Listen to this. 43 games played, 39 interceptions. 43 games played, 39 games started, 4 interceptions, 21 passes deflected. So any way you look at it, Rasul Douglas had a much better stretch during that period than Jamel Dean. And even taking a look at their most recent year, again, Dean played in 12 games this past season, started 12. Okay. Rasul Douglas played in 15 games, started 15 games. Jamel Dean had 1 interception. Rasul Douglas had 0. Pass deflections, Douglas had 5. Dean had 7. So comparable in that regard. 58 combined tackles from Douglas, 59 combined tackles from Dean. 0 tackles for loss for Dean, 5 for Rasul Douglas. So any way you slice it, it seems like Douglas has been a more consistent player besides this 2024 season. That 2021 to 2023 stretch was awesome for Douglas, right? And if you are getting that type of player, if you do bring him in, yes, you can very well say that, hey, this guy is an upgrade over Jamel Dean. But that's a big if, right? That's a big if. Do the Buccaneers want to take that risk? We're going to have to wait and see. But let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions about this. Do you think Rasul Douglas is a good match for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers if they do decide to move on from Jamel Dean? Do you think maybe they should sign Rasul Douglas anyway and just have a cornerback trio of that'd be too much money, probably, in my opinion. I could see Douglas getting like $6 or $7 million per year. Well, gosh, maybe more, maybe like $10 or $11 million per year, which is still more or less, I guess I should say, than what Jamel Dean is currently making. Actually, real quick, I want to see what is his contract expected value. That's a good last one to end off here. Hold on just a moment. So Rasul Douglas signed his current deal. It was a 3-year, $21 million deal that he did sign with the Green Bay Packers, but then he got traded to the Buffalo Bills. Okay. He is going to be 31 years old whenever the upcoming season starts. So that's not necessarily great. He is a little bit older. His market value is projected to be around $11.9 million, according to Spot Rack. I want to see what Jamel Dean's current contract is. Jamel Dean's currently on a deal that is a 4-year, $52 million deal. So it's a little bit less than, or a little bit more than what Rasul Douglas is expected to make in free agency. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions about it down in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it. Guys, thanks so much for watching. One more shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.